in the Alameda. Jesus, we're going down the wrong way street. Get over on the other side of the street.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is a Russian legend, and James Belushi is a Chicago slob. But they're both cops, and they team up in Red Heat, one of the 5 new summer movies we're going to be reviewing this week. I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune. Our first film is called Red Heat, and it's a cop picture made by Walter Hill, who paired a convict with a cop chasing a killer in the great movie 48 Hours. Now here we get a Russian cop, Arnold Schwarzenegger, working with a Chicago cop, as Roger said, James Belushi, as the Russian is on the tail of a Russian drug dealer. Here's where the two cops trade lines after Schwarzenegger arrives in Chicago and as Belushi's regular partner looks on.
Nothing hotter than Chicago in August. It's the humidity that gets to you.
Humidity, you know, moisture in the air.
How's it been in Moscow?
Hot. No moisture. Where do you learn to speak English so well? Army. Compulsory training, language school in Kiev. Oh, yeah. That's like as in chicken Kiev.
Well, you can see Belushi is really second banana here, and the same is true when Schwarzenegger confronts the drug dealer who's temporarily behind bars.
Давай.
Я цепляю судим мой на смерть.
Tell our old buddies. Body language is a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Naturally, there are action scenes, and as with most Schwarzenegger movies, it's on a big scale, as the two cops chase the drug dealer.
Where are all the cops? Damn, they're never around when you need one, you know that? You make a U-turn and they're all over your ass. You know what we call this? This is called chicken. But you're not supposed to play with buses.
The chases, they all start to run together in my mind. Red Heat has a few funny lines, but Schwarzenegger is so stone-faced in this picture, and Belushi gets so little chance to expand his character that Red Heat has no human value. As for the action, well, the same kind of hallway shootouts that were handled so well by Walter Hill in 48 Hours, they're not handled as well in this picture. For all of the noise, Red Heat is rarely exciting.
I guess I liked it more than you did. I think there were more than a few funny lines, and I thought that a lot of them keyed off the fact that Schwarzenegger was stone-faced. I think the whole point here of this character, whose nickname is Iron Jaw, is that he has no sense of humor, and he doesn't see the humor in anything. And here's Belushi, who's always wisecracking or sees the angles on things or is making little asides of his own. And that tension is what makes it funny. If Schwarzenegger were more malleable and more bending, then it wouldn't be as funny.
Roger, you have just given what is, in fact, the story pitch for the idea. We'll have a stone-faced guy, and we'll have a guy who's more flamboyant. I knew that that was the intention. I'm saying the execution of that is not very good. Belushi, the movie is cut and edited much more towards Schwarzenegger. He's the big star, and Belushi just gets to lob his lines in. If there had been more interplay, if he had put down Schwarzenegger more, if the balance had been shifted more towards Belushi and Schwarzenegger had taken a little bit some more subordinate role, I think the picture would have been more interesting.
What you're doing is you're attending the story conference and telling how you'd fix my basic pitch.
You got it.
But I don't think that I agree with you, because I like Schwarzenegger's performance here. I like the Russian accent, and I like the fact that he's not playing the basic Schwarzenegger character.
I think he's playing a duller Schwarzenegger character than he's ever played before.
We disagreed on Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Belushi. The characters weren't special enough for Gene, but I liked its energy.